extra time.
Hi, this is Kochannek for Extra Time. I'm here in Sydney at the Intercontinental in Double Bay in the eastern suburbs of Sydney. The Indian team and the Australian team are both staying here for the duration of the test match between Australia and India, the Sydney test match at the SCG from the 7th of January. They were originally going to be at the Intercontinental in the city, that is Macquarie Street, but they moved to the Intercontinental in Double Bay for good reason. I'm sure it's more of a private spot, and with COVID-19 restrictions in place, it certainly is important for them to be well contained. But having said that though, the Indian team arrived with 3 buses. The Australian bus came first, then the 2 Indian buses followed, and quite frankly, the Indian players, all 5 of the so-called players in question, Shubman Gill, the likes of Pant, Saini, Rohit, Sharma, they were all specifically in that situation with Prithvi Shaw as well. All 5 of them were interdispersed between the players and the team. There was no separation based on any COVID restrictions. They were on both buses, intermingled with the players, coming off quite normally, casually, went passes very closely. There was no issue at all. In fact, the COVID-19 issue for Sydney at this point should be put to bed. All the conjecture about the restaurants and the baby shop and any other location where the players were at question whether they broke protocol or not, or breached the protocol rules or not, is in fact not a question. They are all tested negative, both team players, staff and the like, and all the officials were all tested and have all been seen as negative. So it's a great result, no COVID issues at all. Tests will go ahead in Sydney as per plan. They've arrived today, being the 4th. Obviously tomorrow and the 6th they'll be actually in training at the SCG with the game starting on the 7th. Now the other topic of issue is the Brisbane test, the GABA, which is meant to start on the 15th of January. At this point, that's still as per plan, no changes. There was some question about them playing both here. That seems less and less likely. The way that they've gone about the COVID-19 restrictions, the so-called biosecurity bubble, is working and working very well. They should be able to on travel to Brisbane, the GABA, and play that 4th and final test with great confidence. Of course, with that it comes a lot of precautions, a lot of effort by both New South Wales and Queensland state governments to make sure the rules are adhered to. The players are more than happy to play, especially the Indians. They're excited to play. Rohit Sharma looked raring to go. He was quite jovial when he got off the bus. We also had Dave Warner and his family, his young children. They were quite cute. They were basically interacting with the media somewhat at a distance. And there was also Ashwin and his family. Mitchell Stark was there with Alyssa Healy, or Alyssa Stark, both of them playing for Australia, both together. It was quite a nice touch to see both husband and wife both playing for Australia, both on the bus together, coming off. So that clearly families are together with the players. All the 5 players that were in question are together. There were no issues with the COVID-19 restrictions whatsoever. It's particularly good. Intercontinental Hotel is great. It stopped raining for now. Still a bit dark and overcast here. Certainly came down with rain before I was in a broadcast earlier. Thunderclaps galore. Quite scary. But no, everything's fine here. We're going to see a magnificent test at the SCG. Rohit Sharma as vice captain. Ajinkya Rahane as captain. The bowling lineup will be very strong. Siraj obviously with Bumrah. A lot of questions about the third bowler in that lot, whether it's Shardul Thakur or in fact Natarajan, we'll see. But that'll be brought to bear very shortly in the selections over the next few days. We'll see that in training tomorrow and the day of the 6th, with the 7th being the match. There'll be some rain throughout this test, I'm pretty sure, but we'll get a match. I'm certain of that as well. This is Kochannek for Extra Time. Make sure you view, like and share the posts, subscribe to Extra Time, and not forgetting, I'm there to answer questions, provide you feedback. A lot of you have been fantastic, providing lots of feedback. All the best. Kochannek for Extra Time.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.